The Resy credit may not be as bad as you think. I've been using it for a couple months now, and I think I found 4 solid ways, possibly 5 solid ways to use the Resy credit, even for some of y'all that don't live next to Resy restaurants. With the first way to use the Resy credit, well, actually, let me just go ahead and just show you. First way to use the Resy credit is just to use it, the normal way. So you would just use the credit card that has the Resy credit at a Resy restaurant. And if you want to, you can use that card to pay for the entire bill. And whatever is excess would go onto your credit card and you would pay that off as normal. With some of the cards that have the Resy credit, to my mind, I'm thinking right now is the Delta Reserve. They don't have the best multipliers for dining. Unless you're shooting for Delta status, it's probably not the best idea to put the entire bill onto that card. So instead, what you can do is ask the waiter or waitress, hey, can I use 2 cards to pay for the bill? You can, as long as it's really different cards. Like, for example, if you use the American Express Gold card and the Delta Platinum card, both of those colors are really distinct. So you can ask the waiter or waitress, hey, can you put $10 onto this silver card, the Delta Platinum card, which would, trigger the $10 Resy credit, and put the rest of the bill onto this gold card. And as long as you're, not terrible to the wait staff and they actually like you, more often than not, they're more than happy to accommodate for that. But now I kind of hear you complaining, well, I don't want to go to a Resy restaurant. Even if they are nice, I don't want there. I want my Bojangles or whatever. And you don't want to force yourself to go to a Resy restaurant just to use the $10 credit. Well, good news. There's actually another method, the gift card strategy. So the gift card strategy is pretty simple. So you can go to a bunch of these Resy restaurant websites, and many times than not, maybe about 50% of the Resy restaurants in Knoxville, Tennessee offer some type of gift card, whether that be online or in a physical store. So I went to a restaurant that is on Resy and they had physical gift cards. I just went inside the restaurant and I'm like, hey, could you sell me a $10 gift card? And they said, yeah, sure, why not? So that's exactly what happened. They got a gift card, went to the cash register, and I handed over my Delta Platinum card. They charged my Delta Platinum card $10 and it did activate the credit. Especially, I don't see going in the store is going to be a problem. They are going to be using the same POS system or point of sale system, so it would charge the same as if you were going to buy food or drink over there. But of course, you're going to be buying a gift card and you should be able to stack it if you go back the next month and say, hey, can you add another $10 to this gift card? Shouldn't be a problem. But like I said, it is a little bit embarrassing. So there is actually another way to use the gift card method, and that is to just go ahead and buy it online. So another Resy restaurant. So there was this place called The Pharmacy and they did sell online gift cards. So I wanted to go ahead and see if it worked. I went to their website, I clicked the gift card section, and I said I wanted $10. Checked out and used the Delta Platinum card, therefore trying to trigger the Resy credit. But did it? Yes, it did. Even buying a gift card online will trigger the Resy credit, especially because it's ran by Toast. And if you don't know, a lot of restaurant businesses use the point of sale system's Toast in their restaurants anyway, so it would code exactly the same. Now, you do have to be a little bit careful with this method because there are, of course, some restaurants that don't use the same gift card system as their point of sale system. So in that case, it may not trigger because it won't code as you buying something from the restaurant. But I will say with this method, I would prefer to use a restaurant that does use the Toast system because I'm thinking it's more likely to activate the Resy credit. But there's a second thing, which is there's only one app to keep track of all your different gift cards. You don't need to go through multiple apps, or you don't need to search through your email to find that gift card. Now, if you think about it, this method is actually really powerful because you don't need to live next to a Resy restaurant to use the Resy credit. If you know you're going to be visiting, for example, Orlando or Washington, D.C., or if you're coming down here to Knoxville, you can go ahead and purchase online gift cards, stack them, and then when you're ready to go to the destination that has the Resy restaurant, just go ahead and use it all right then. Therefore, you're not losing any value by not using the Resy credits. Now, what do you think about the Resi credits now? Not so bad, isn't it? But there's also, while I was researching, purchasing a gift card using the Resi credit, I actually came across two more different ways that you could use the Resi credit. So the first method isn't that great a method unless you love American Express credits. Then this method may be for you, but some of the restaurants offer some sort of membership. So this wine restaurant near me charged an annual membership of $750 for some of their lower plans, and they would give you some sort of credit on your birthday and your anniversary, and I think a free dessert or something for every time you visit and you order an entree. Maybe it's worth it. I doubt it. Freaking $750. But the only issue with this method is, since you have to buy it as a lump sum annual membership, you would only be able to use one Resi credit. Unless, since you got the membership, you'll be going to that restaurant anyway once a month at the very least. But the second way I haven't tested yet, but could be something worth considering. So I noticed a lot, at least in Knoxville, Tennessee, many of the Resi restaurants are actually attached to hotels. I've actually been to one of them. Unfortunately, they didn't sell any gift cards, but I'm wondering, if you go to one of those hotels that have a Resi restaurant within them, when you go ahead and try to buy a gift card from that restaurant, if they wouldn't give you like a Hilton gift card or like whatever that hotel's gift card is, and then use that gift card to purchase a hotel stay. That would be pretty awesome, because let's say, for example, the Delta Platinum card had $10 per month, $120 would cover most hotels at least once a night, right? However, I'm really doubting that this method even works, because sometimes they'll code as the hotel, but I really think that these Resi restaurants probably operate on their own. And the third method to use the Resi credit is, if you for some reason hate food but you have to use the Resi credit, why not pick up a shirt? Surprisingly, a lot of these Resi restaurants, which I kind of understand because they're kind of hipster, kind of cool, they sell merch in them, like t-shirts, baseball caps, olive oil, some pizza socks. But it is an option. All you have to do is go to a restaurant, go like, hey, that hoodie, I kind of want it. Let me purchase it from you. They'll ring it up and you'll give them the card, and it should code as the Resi restaurant, because like I said, they don't have a different point of sale system or POS. So it looked like as if you were charging like you ate a meal there. Sometimes some of these merch can be a little bit expensive. There are some that sell, regular spices, a little bit overpriced, but it is an option. However, you do have to be a little bit cautious with this method, because sometimes some of these Resi restaurants will sell the merch online, but they'll sell them through a different website. Like, for example, this Resi restaurant sold through Spreadshop. Now, if you buy this item online, it's not gonna code as a Resi restaurant. It's gonna code as something you're buying from a Spreadshop, therefore won't activate the Resi credit. And then the fourth and final method is just buy something cheap. Like, for example, the Token Game Tavern that's near me. They do arcades, they're a bar, they're also a restaurant, and the drinks that they sell are only about like $8 to $10, $14 at the max. It's not like Las Vegas prices where it's like $25, almost the same as a meal, but that's also not a bad way to trigger the Resi credit. It would probably get you into a lot less trouble if American Express was to ever find out. But yeah, those are 4 different ways, if not 5 different ways, to trigger the Resi credit. I hope that made the Resi credit a little bit easier to use, and I'll see you later.